Hi there, I'm Claire from Chancellor Coaching. Today let's look at the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands brings forward good news. It's good, exciting, happy news. However, knowing that the Page of Wands tends to represent someone who can be merging into their teenage years, there's still a level of moodiness or uncertainty, maybe immaturity about that next step moving forward. So when the Page of Wands comes forward, we know that there's good news, good beginnings. However, don't react. Careful not to be impulsive. If you're riding that wave of moodiness, just wait to make a decision when your energy is smooth. When I see this card come up in a reading, I know really quickly that with that good news could be, okay, we're getting closer to buying a house, if not like ready to buy or lease or move house. Maybe there's a baby, maybe we're at the beginning of a relationship. Again, it's still on the beginnings, right? Being the Page of Wands. When this card comes up in a relationship reading, there's new fun excitement. It's self-discovery, discovery of who you are in a relationship. There's sexuality and passionate and kissing and exploring your body and everything that comes with it. I can feel the team just sort of come in and make the room go really, really hot. We're thinking about the kind of new beginnings of the excitement going to a drive-in or, going for walks and wanting to talk 5 hours on the phone to one another. It's quite an exciting stage to be in. The team do say here in a relationship though, like careful not to make an immature mistake, careful not to underestimate your value. They're saying here to make sure that you really do take charge of who you are in a relationship, what's important to you when it comes to communication, how you know to be loved, what's important to you, that the other person creates space in their world for you, that they want to introduce you to their friends and to really include and share you in their world. So I guess the team are bringing that forward to saying, while the Page of Wands represents a new relationship, it doesn't mean that it's the perfect relationship. It just means that right now, enjoy the fun. So, gosh, that went deep for a second there, right? Okay, so then if this card comes up in reverse, it tends to imply the opposite of what we've just said. So you might be young at heart, but really gullible, too hasty, impatient, lack of energy, lack of ideas, maybe being manipulated by others. So be careful with that. It can indicate that you're being too generous with your heart, too generous and too trusting, and that maybe you just need to take a step back. If somebody's saying in a relationship or a business setting that they need some time out, then give them that and then be okay to let them have that space while you go and have fun with other people. Go have fun creating, being radiant, being happy, being part of your passion. Like, don't get hung up on the what does this mean and all of the yucky kind of codependent energy that can come forward. So if this card comes up in reverse when it comes to a health side of things, it can represent fear coming to the surface. Fear tends to show up in our body just underneath our rib cage, sort of get that kick in the guts kind of feeling. It can come up in pimples, like these bursts of anger. Why won't you see me? Not so much why won't you see me, but it's more the anger and the powerlessness that I can't express what's important to me, and yet I need to be heard. So there's a mismatch and a stress in the energy. Again, if this is still coming up in reverse with health, it can represent incontinence. Maybe not so much wetting the bed, it's not that bad, but incontinence side of things can represent fear of authority. So you just sort of can't hold yourself, like everything's just coming out in all directions. Maybe not that bad, but I'm just going with the immature, fun, playful energy of the Page of Wands as he sort of steps into me. I'm getting the sense of also the health side of things in reverse can represent heart issues, the heart palpitations, where love was used against you, where you don't really truly believe or trust the love that comes forward because love was used against you. So there's all of these unconscious limitations that can come up with the Page of Wands. So all of that needs coaching or healing or something to undo that, so that you can take the energy of the Page of Wands into the Knight of Wands and move forward with determination and strength towards what you're creating. So, okay, let's go into the symbology of the Page of Wands. Now, he's wearing his little grey hat there. Sometimes it looks kind of white depending on the type of card that you've got. Now, that represents some clarity within the mind. If it's, you know, it might not be so clear yet. You're wanting it to be clear, but you still haven't got all of the pieces that you need. The red feather there is telling us that there's a strong passion and an intellect combining from the spirit world, giving you inspiration to how do I integrate that here in my human body. We've got the yellow, valuing study, valuing yourself. The lizards on his outfit there also represent having that intuitive knowing that spirit is working with you. The pyramids in the background represent the spiritual knowledge, spiritual ideas, personal evolution. This is the symbol for me that shows me that somebody's probably moving house or moving on that spiritual growth. So again, the pyramids, just really quickly, moving house or moving forward. There's something there that's really strong in that energy. And the wands, firm yet grounded. Maybe not sure of the path ahead yet. We can't see that. But there is a groundedness and a trust with Mother Earth that what I'm doing is kind of what I'm meant to be doing. But again, the immaturity. So to wrap up, the Page of Wands. Boundaries is important with the Page of Wands. Careful not to be people pleasing. Be mindful where you're giving away your power. Make sure that there's a mentor there that's helping you take those or plan and make those next steps moving forward. Boundaries, again, the team just reiterated, I know I've already said it, but boundaries is about what do you want and what's not okay in your energy field. Like, I want plenty of chocolate ice cream, but keep that strawberry muck away. So that's how I remember boundaries, being able to be clear about what's important to you and clear what's not okay. I hope that all makes sense, guys. So the Page of Wands, if it comes up in a reading, it's telling you new beginnings, but a level of immaturity. I hope that makes sense. I'll talk to you later.